having a wonderful conversation. I wasn't actually paying full attention to probably what I should have been, which was this draft going on. But I'm fairly certain First Departure ran this exact draft against Kingdom. Yeah, so what they did is, like, the one thing they've changed up... Actually, they've modified a couple of things. But they ran Dazzle, Puck, Morphling, Disruptor, and Darkseer. So it's the Dazzle for the Rubik is all they've switched out.
Okay, it kind of serves, in some ways, a similar purpose. If anything, the Rubik is better than the... You said Dazzle?
Yeah, it was Dazzle that they ran previously.
Okay, I think the Dazzle is quite bad against the heroes right now that MVP Phoenix have. Like, you want to get aggressive if you're a First Departures lineup, because this is not a passive lineup by any means. Like, especially, we talked about it too, right? You're Radiant side and you have a Puck. Like, that could have been a lot of different heroes, but they choose to run the Puck instead. You could have taken the SF, the Storm yourself. There are a lot of different options there, but you decide to take the Puck, meaning you have to get aggressive. Like, this isn't a hero that does well when he gets behind early.
Yep. Should also flag the fact too that Lobby played a really great Rubik, because there's a couple of people asking in chat why the Rubik itself. It's just because it's one of Lobby's. I'll tell you, like, he just played real. He got a lot of good things that he was able to steal. Like, he kept stealing Spirit Breaker's charge in that game he played 2 days ago.
Doesn't it do nothing because you don't have the Greater Bash?
Yeah, but it wasn't for that. He would charge in, and then just like, oh, what the... It pushes back, charge through though. But he just charged in for telekinesis.
Okay.
So he'd come, he'd grab.
It'd be like a really bad version of Blink.
Yeah, basically. But he kept charging halfway across the map, so he was always getting involved in telekinesis on like multiple lanes. So it was cool from that front at least.
I like it. I like it.
Wow. And then Fixers gets his Puck. Count gets his offlane Darkseer. MVP Phoenix, though, control is so dead.
That is a scary roster. I actually favor Phoenix's lineup just because I just like that they have a lot of different late game potential. But I mean, FD, their lineup is pretty all-in-y. Like, there's not a whole lot of ultra late game for them, but it's still pretty good.
If they can get a half decent start for Miracle, then I kind of see where this game is going to go, which is Miracle popping almost everyone at MVP that you come close to.
What does Naruto mean? What do you think? No Naruto Dota? Oh, okay, I understand it.
Apart from the anime.
Okay, I get it.
What is... What?
Oh, because that's the meme. He has illusions. He said, Hana dog? One dog? No Naruto Dota, white doggy? I'm trying to understand their all chat. Okay, I think... So he said still one Naruto, so I think he means, like, you still have one illusion? Like your ulti? This is some weird speak that I don't understand.
That has got to be some in-joke somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask March about that.
Because even if you're gonna say, like, why would you say Naruto and you wouldn't say Jutsu? Like the sexy Jutsu. Like, you'd make a pun on that.
Man, Naruto's not real anime. That's what real anime watchers would say, Toby.
Naruto was a pun. I actually tried to start watching Naruto again. I tried to watch Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah.
And I got through 3 full seasons of Naruto Shippuden. And then I just got really pissed off because I just had to wait so long to get anything to happen. And I look back at the 3 seasons I watched, the amount of time that I spent, and I'm like, what did I even achieve with this?
Oh, sweet. Is Fixer's gonna do what I think he's gonna do?
Was he?
Oh, he's not.
What, Baker shot out?
Yeah, there's a cool meme.
Oh, Fixer needs to just survive for now. Jumps away to safety, takes a lot of damage for that.
Alright, they just got both bounty runes. That was... Nobody was prepared for that. That's really weird. Because normally you would see, like, everybody formed up for it. But nobody went for the runes, actually, on the side of First Departure. And that's incredibly troubling to me because, A, Fixer's already burns through the majority of his regen. He's gonna have to ferry himself a salve. But he doesn't have the salve money because he didn't get the bounty rune, and the Storm got the bounty rune. Like, that's pretty significant.
Yeah. So he's already so far behind in the mid lane. So First Departure, not the greatest start in the world. So what you're talking about with Roshan, I'm assuming you thought he could bait them into Roshan, thinking they're actually doing Roshan, then Roshan comes out and then claps them all?
You attack Roshan, and then you run away, and then Roshan's in the middle of the bounty rune, and you can't do anything about it. It's terrible, but I've done it before.
It sounds like one of those blitzy things to do.
Roshan is your 5th hero, man.
Febby's hoping for a bottle snipe, but the salve is now just coming out to fix us.
Oh, all the players are... Yeah, it was guessed correctly, though. It is going to be an empty pick.
Anyone want to say you know this team back to front, then?
I really do. I just...
Oh, Fix is in trouble. Fix is in a lot of trouble. He's got to actually orb jump that one, but he didn't get it off. He had the mana for it. He was ready to go. He phase shifted to start with.
I can't believe, though, that the more surprising thing is that last right-click killed him without the overload charge. Like, that, to me, is the most surprising. Like, Puck's armor is okay, so he must have taken, like, the absolute max the Storm could have put out.
And that's first blood to MVP. There's 2 bounty runes. What were we talking about during our last series? What happens with a Puck? Why is Puck not really played? Not a strong laner and really hard to catch up. Especially when he like has moments like that in the lane.
Oh sweet, Kyo even finds a regen rune. He's like, nice. It just... things could get better.
Denied!
If only if he was level 6, he'd be happier. How's the offlane going for MVP? So 2.5 levels up against Miracle. Because for me, like, this is still the guy. Like, Miracle is still the guy I want to watch. I don't care if everyone just dies so many times. Because that was the 0-7 Silencer game that the first Departure played. They went 0-7 and Miracle's Morphling just carried. That's the Morphling game they carried him through. No, that was later on. But there was basically a game where it was like 0-7 and it's like, screw it, we just win anyway on Miracle.
I mean, that's what Miracle does for you. He's one of those players in C that I feel like is really unique because he demands that kind of respect and attention. He's so good at the split push game. Like, he understands it to Admiral Bulldog levels as a carry. Like, he just understands how he's supposed to create pressure, how not to die. It's an incredibly frustrating player to play against.
I had to double check. It was the PL game. He played a PL game with the Silencer who went 0-7. And Cal's really getting, he's annoying the crap out of Heen. Sitting in the tree line, Heen just cuts through to try and find Cal. He'll drag the entire creep wave down, which is already his desire, but not to face up against Febby as well. So Cal, level 1 surge only, it's not the quickest way out of here. But no other rotations coming, so he should just be able to walk it off. QO is not really ready to do anything. In fact, he's going to be picked up and dragged back by Lobby. I'm not really feeling the combo here. Like, is it meant to be dragged back into a rift and orb to try and kill off QO?
I think it's just they wanted to put pressure on him, but he's got full everything again, so doesn't really do too much. And QO is still getting pretty much freeform in this lane. Like 22 CS at 4 minutes is pretty decent. The bottom rune, they're finally going to get some something out of it. This is a good rune to have too for fixers.
I didn't even think about having a crack at March. If they check his, oh, he's running bottle. I was gonna say if they check his mana, he doesn't have that thing, and then the courier just flew in the bottle.
If the problem right now is though, if fixers was close to the level 6, or if he had boots or a TP, this could be a kill rune for them. But at the very least, they're gonna pick up Febby. The downside of all of this is they're wasting a lot of time to do it. And wow,
they haven't finished the job yet.
So long.
Picking him up, throwing him back. Because it took so long, now QO is making his way over, as well as March. He's got shards available. They can just go for Kai. Kai doesn't really have an easy way out, so they're going to throw both of them together, which allows the Remnant overload. And now Fixes as well.
QO shouldn't be able to get this. He's going to look for the other one, but realizes they're both far away. Still the rebuttal kill. It's pretty significant.
Because it gives more to QO. QO's now at 2.6k net worth. Yeah, he just passed the bottle off him, just like he just dropped from his top net worth to get the bottle over to the Wyvern.
Gets a fully recharged bottle at the same time. Pretty significant if you notice that Fixers doesn't have one. Fixers isn't even level 5 yet. Like, he's a full level and change behind. QO, who's already 6 for quite some time now, and this mid lane, it looks like they kind of want to make a move, or maybe even just in case. If he gets the silence off, oh, he misses it!
They can glimpse it back though. QO is still going to get glimpsed all the way back in. Can he jump? There's the cold embrace, buying him some time to be able to jump away. Fixes does not have his ultimate yet. In fact, Kuro's forcing the issue on Kai. The attack from Wide was going to connect anyway. Now the Kuro MVP comes in with the gyrocopter cooldown. Second rocket will connect on Lubby, and they're going to go in underneath that tower with Rocket Barrage, the extra attack from Febby. It's going to be an upper Miracle looking for the quick pickoff. MP
doesn't get it.
needs to get out. There's your cold embrace, and Marge is now arriving. Snowballing it, doesn't bring MP with him. Just shards up over on Miracle. They go for the Rocket Barrage, isolating Miracle, and a double kill for MP. Oh, this was not the plan first departure.
He doesn't get the waveform hit actually on MP, and it looked like that would have been a free kill. And then they just begin to outplay FD everywhere. Like Febby with opting to go for the Cold Embrace that early, which a lot of the times you just see people get 2 in the Splinter Blast instead, or 2 in the Octric Burn. But he decided to go for the Cold Embrace early. Pays off incredibly. Like, that's so many dividends, and the Darkseer does get a kill, but he's going to immediately get traded out by 2 TP rotations coming in, and the net worth difference is just... it's growing pretty large now, Toby.
Overall, okay, so it's about 3,000 and about just shy of 2k on the experience. Doesn't seem like much this early on, but 7 minutes is still bloody good. It's a lot of work coming into Kuro as well as MP. Like, MP is 3-0 on this Jaro. Kuro is 2-0-3 on this Storm Spirit. Like, your 2 big cores for MVP had a good start, and even March. Like, he might have... he doesn't even have a death to his name. He's a 1-0-1 Tusker. The only kills first departure have gotten so far are support kills.
And March, just such a smart player, able to make the rotation every time. Miracle, I mean, it looked really promising. I think if he hits that waveform, he manages to get the kill, but March just traps him out. He's still keeping up when it comes to farm, but dying right there to the Gyrocopter, who just picked up kill after kill and still keeping up in CS. 47 to his name right now. And this is just really rough for first departure right now, because the lane phase had to go better for them. Yeah, because we talked about it. The Puck is a hero. Like, what is he going to do? He can kind of farm the stacks, but it's not as efficient as some mid-heroes, because the cooldown on his abilities is a little bit long. He just hit, like, he's just about to hit level 7, 8 minutes into the game. He's quite far behind now.
This is that situation where you almost won, like, first departure, why did you take the fight? Like, if you play a little bit more passive, just let Darkseer do Darkseer things on either the offlane or what he's doing right now, going into the jungle, which is his way of catching up and potentially getting that mech for the team fights later on. While Miracle running this Morphling, like, he just needs space to farm up. Marge is going to harass him, but he should never be able to kill him. And then disrupt the Rubik as well as Puck. They can start to rotate if they want to, or just switch in and out of lanes.
Oh, and QO, he's on the hunt right now. He sees the stack.
Oh, he attacked the stack though.
And he knows for sure that somebody's there.
Okay, with the fact that Santa Blast actually went that direction, maybe even QO knows.
Oh, this is so huge for him to steal this stack. This was a 3-stack that he actually just stole from the Darkseer, and he's going to get away out of this. He's just got an absurd amount of farm right now. Fixers is nowhere near him. He's getting doubled up right now, and he actually cleared his own stack, and he's still nowhere near the level of farm that QO has right now. And this just entire team is firing on all cylinders.
Looking good, smoking up as well, MVP. They're heading down south. They did not want to let Miracle get out of control. Best way, kill him. But they see Lubby instead, so Storm Spirit, long jump down, Lubby, no control. And now Miracle, where is that jump away? He doesn't actually have a replicate, so he's going to have to outplay MVP right now if he wants to try and survive. Waveforms over 3, starts a bit of a strength wolf, has 10-1 charges, the Puck with a Dream Call, trying to hold MVP there, but they're very happy to fight.
Oh, the Puck might even die.
MP takes the damage, they've got to switch off the aggro, and they just Cold Embrace him anyway. Fixes is dead.
Oh, they know Kai's down there too.
This is an absolute disaster. They even kill off the Radiant Courier halfway through all of this.
Oh,
yeah,
that's so...
It had observers and sentries on it. And they'll look just to bring down the tier, well, do considerable damage to the tier 1 tower. And Heen wasn't even involved. Heen's sitting in the middle lane, cracking his level 6 and getting his Ice Blast.
There's going to be no wards up for quite some time now, and those sentries are expensive too. And you need those initial wards as well. So losing the courier with the wards on top of that, they're going to lose the bottom tower too. This is such a huge net worth swing that we're about to see happen right now, and MVP just kind of 5-manning really early right now. Like, first departure definitely didn't anticipate this happening at this speed anyways.
Well, it's because like the stance allowed him to do so though. Like, Kuro would never be able to do this if he had himself a lot more of a, like, an even matchup up against the Puck. Same thing for MP. Like, MP is managing to go at 0.5 kill a minute at the moment. He's got 502 on this gyrocopter. Even the Storm Spirit's 306 now.
Oh, just everything that could be going right now for MVP is like, and it all starts with that solo kill. I want to call it a solo kill, but it wasn't really. It was like half and half because the Winter Wyvern disengaged and it was just Keel following up.
Yep.
That happened on the puck. That was so significant because that's a 2-level advantage that the Storm manages to get, and that means that the puck got his level 6 past the time when he needed to. Like that's when the laning phase ends and people can start rotating for free. And without that counter initiation ability, it's too hard for him to come back. And now we're gonna see another gank. Like how often do we see Miracle just get abused like this? He doesn't have the replicate up either.
It's the same rinse and repeat too. Like they smoke in exactly the same position. And FD, they feel safe because there's an observer ward in the lane looking for this kind of action. But the smoke was too far away, so now they just cursed him. Snowball in as well. Walrus Punch, Ice Blast, everything to ensure that this Morphling does not escape. They didn't know his replicate was down. But they took no chances at all.
There's no reason to at that point, because we talked about it before. Miracle is the star player, like one of the really homegrown stars of the C scene. You don't want him to get off to a good start, especially a lot of the games where he just goes nuts. He gets given maybe 10 minutes of space, and that's all it takes, but MVP just continuing to apply the pressure, not really allowing him to get anything going. And meanwhile, during this time too, Heen's about to pick up a hand of Midas as well. And you just got nothing on any of your cores right now. The Ice Blast is going to see all of them rotate in.
And actually even hits with the shards too. Fix has got hit by that. If there was any follow-up damage, he'd probably die. I think Miracle might also be very happy. He's got a couple of points up in strength at the moment. And didn't morph complete agility. Or else he would also be looking very close to death.
They're going to know though that that entire team is there. Like that Ice Blast was just so fortuitous. It just happens to nail all 5 heroes.
Yeah. It wasn't even because of vision. Like there is no vision there. The sentry walls that went down from first departure, and they put them both behind the tier 1 tower. Miracle just used waveform. With the shards coming in, he can't waveform away. They got Walrus Punch. He brings an MP as well, but the strength ball bringing Miracle up very, very quickly. And then he glitters back MP. He's got nowhere to really find this as the replica tanks up most of the rocket barrage. 3 heroes very low, but much. Well, he could turn for a shard.
I think he's going to, actually. And
Miracle doesn't have a lot of life on him, but
do we have the Ice Blast available yet? No, not for 18 seconds.
He just takes out the replicate instead. But that's still a good kill. That's almost 700 gold going into the puck, which gives him its Blink Dagger.
Oh, that's actually a huge kill. Like, being able to kill MP right there, it slows down the Gyrocopter's farm, and more importantly, you start to get some map control back, because it tells MVP we can't just go for the 2-man gank on Miracle. Like, we actually need all 3 heroes there. The downside though is that the Storm is going to pick up a very quick Bloodstone because he's just used the space that he made in the early game to further his farm in the mid game, because he realizes I've created enough space, now is the time for me to just get ahead and snowball.
I was actually wondering if a Bloodstone would be the best choice. Like I know, like when it comes to Storm builds you probably know them all. I should know them all.
Yeah.
Is it worthwhile going something like a BKB up against such a lineup like this because you worry about the Disruptor and his ability to control you?
No, because you have the Bloodstone Suicide, and you want to snowball in cases like this. Like, you want to be able to get as far ahead as possible when you're playing the Storm Spirit. Like, even if there was, for example, I mean, they've got 2 major silences and 2 instant disables, which is something that Storm can't dodge. You still go the Bloodstone because it makes you tanky, it makes it hard for you to get killed, and you've got the full force of your entire team behind you. Like, it's just a good item to get overall, especially at this phase of the game. The puck without even upgraded boots just has the Blink Dagger, and Q is about to get a full Bloodstone with treads. Like, think about the amount of farm that has to take.
Well, easy way to farm up, kill off the puck in mid. MP wants to come from behind. Actually, well, there's the puck jaunting in to blink away to safety. The MVP, they use the normal curse trick, try and keep that melee creep up a little bit longer so they can beat into the tier 1 tower. And they're ready to fight Miracle. He can TP into this one, and Fix actually goes for the Dream Call. Catching out 2 heroes, they curse over on the puck, and Kuro jumps forward. They won't Fix it down, they got him as well. Kuro trapped inside the Storm ulti, and he'll eventually take the fall. Walrus Punch, Miracle, still with a lot of life behind him. 1 charges and bottle charges available, but no waveform at the moment. Febby staying with him is still only the Storm Spirit down for the moment. March waiting for his timing. He's got Snowball available. He's got shards, and now the Rocket will connect. In for the fall of Snowball and Rocket Barrage. They bring everyone down. Darkseer back almost to his tier 2 tower. But MVP just waited out and they get a 4-for-1 trade-off.
And that's what I'm talking about. It took so much for them to just kill QO alone. Like, they couldn't actually get anything else out of that. Like, they used their Winner's Curse on a hero that doesn't matter too much. I think they killed Lubby with it instantly, right? But it still doesn't really impact the fight very much. Like, MVP doesn't even have an ideal fight there, and they still win it pretty dominantly.
Funny thing is, Kuro almost got out of that one. Because there was no kinetic field to go with the Static Storm.
Yeah, if they actually... I think if you save the heal for the Storm Spirit in that situation, they don't have enough DPS to bring him down. But unfortunately, the Cold Embrace wasn't available. I think Febby actually opted to use it on MP, which might have been the better decision, but MP's got this recovery stack. I call it a recovery stack, but it's not even like he has to recover from anything. He's so far ahead of Miracle right now, who... I mean, Morph is one of those heroes that you just think is unkillable. There's actually no silences on the side of MVP.
Fixes, he's dead. Vortex gonna drag it back in. That's a heavy Ice Blast as well. He's able to phase shift out a little bit of it, but QO, he wants to jump in deeper. He wants to take this fight. One for Bloodstone charges, and two,
they might have actually just saved him.
He's still got a regeneration ring. He's gonna come back into this one. So the snowball comes after. That's only the replicant. The Walrus punched down the replicant. Rubik realizing it's not the real one, but in comes Thornthrough with the Wyvern combo. They bring down Morphling. Cow will drop as well. QO, he actually got connected on, so no more regen for him. But the Tuskar sacrifices himself for another 3 hero kills going the way of MVP.
And that's positive Bloodstone charges now for QO. I think for a second, if he didn't use the Disrupt there, the Glimpse, they might have been able to kill QO because he was pretty much out of mana. And that was just, when QO was able to pop the regen and re-engage like that, that just turned everything around right now because he's actually got almost a full, he's got a full Oblivion staff. Febby has a Blink Dagger now. You've got Heen, who's got, he's going for the Medallion so they can go for the Roshan over going for the fast Aghanim Scepter. But there's just farm plenty on everybody.
Too much money. That's kind of what it comes down to. But they can pick off Roshan. Is this almost the time when first, like, because what is First Departure meant to do? I'm still looking at a Morphling, 18 minutes in, who hasn't changed his items in 8 minutes. He's got Treads, Aquila, Wand, and Bottle.
He's gonna get a point booster right now.
Ah, there we go. I was like, I thought he would have had some more money than this.
You never see this though. You usually, if he's probably gonna go for the Scotty, you almost always see him go for the Ultimate Orb first, just because it's more efficient.
Yeah,
but this is how poorly.
It actually just looks like a casual point booster. Because what's the chance of him even finishing the Scotty?
I mean, he has to build for something though.
Yeah. And what else is really going to help you here?
So QO almost has the Orchid now too. Just getting so far ahead right now. Miracle, he does have the Replicate available for another 20 seconds, so he's going to feel really comfortable about this. MP's going to chase him down, but Miracle,
be careful not to get stunned up, or okay, he just waves the Replicate out.
Dire's top tower is
because if he got cursed then, and then they could follow it with the Walrus Punch, they might have actually controlled him long enough that he wouldn't be able to replicate out.
Oh, definitely. It would have been pretty scary for him, but that's finally the miracle that we need to see, the one that creates space by forcing people around to play around him, and this might actually be a pick-off at top because MP doesn't have a BKB. It's a fairly large commitment. They have to be able to get this kill.
All they gotta do is just blink in. There's still got Dream Call available as well. And all MP glimpses him back in again. They use the Disruptor ult. He March walks into the side of it. It's not exactly where he wants to be. And they used everything, including the Dream Coil.
You have to at that point, though. That's a really good pick-off, though, by First Departure. I don't even think they had a waste of smoke or anything like that, because they have full vision of the jungle, and they know that MVP are playing aggressively in their jungle, so they feel pretty comfortable for going for that without having to use a smoke or anything like that. Really good pick-off by them, though.
Just need to get a couple more of these. They're worth so much as well with MVP's very big advantage. They had a 12,000 net worth advantage, and almost a super experience as well. If they can get a pick off, like they have managed to at least have one death on Hero, now two on the Gyrocopter, who are the two ones getting out of control. Tuskar still causing issues, and oh, Blubby's gonna die to this. Actually dies before the Ice Blast even arrives.
That's so rough right now.
First Departure was so hard for one pick off. MVP do it without even just like breaking a sweat.
We ran into him. We might as well kill him. Oh, we'll give this guy his death.
Well, it's because this Observer one. Like, it's not really the most usual observer would. And the sentry which you would place on the hillside wouldn't see this.
Oh yeah, that one's really smart because you spot the rotations going in and out of bottom.
Because that was the one Rubik walked through.
Something I'd like to point out though, the Darkseer has a blink dagger now, Toby.
Wait,
so
what,
team
really?
fights, yeah, like these team fights could get a lot easier as a result.
They really have to get that combo with Kai though. Like, it's not like our last combo with the Darkseer we had earlier today, which is like this back into a Winter's Curse. Like that's fairly instant for control. Kai's gonna have to get that kinetic field up and the storm.
Oh, they're gonna run into each other again.
Yeah, but this time Febby is here and oh, he's dead. He'll shatter. No joy for the disruptor. And actually, well, Miracle's taking a lot of damage as well. He's in middle lane. Marge is chasing him down. There's a replica which is now going to go the opposite direction. And QO, it's not 100% certain. So QO is sticking with the replicate. Marge is sticking with the real one. And now Marge has overstayed his welcome. Puck's also on his way. He's got Blink and Dream Call. And then they back it into. There's that Blink Dagger going to go to work. Marge can't get away. But Febby's now going to arrive. And Curse is on Victor. They're all turning around to attack him.
Oh, he has the Aegis too.
Well, but now they're going to get something. In comes MP with the Cold Embrace. QO will be protected as MP is called down. Brought out at first departure. Woo.
That was Miracle just barely survives. The Rubik actually makes that fight okay because he steals the Winner's Curse and turns it around so there's no follow-up. So really good play by him, but it could have gone a lot worse for them, and they do manage to pick off March, but they lose the puck for it, and they can't really afford these trades anymore because Yo's about to get his Orchid, and this is the item, Toby, that'll allow him to kill any single hero on the map. Like before, you needed multiple heroes to kill Miracle because they didn't have silences. Like silences are really what do it. It's not stuns, it's silences.
Yep.
Now that he's got this Orchid, the Morph is just food.
And the fact that QO has also got another 1 minute of immortality through that Aegis. He can just jump on anyone that shows himself. It's almost at this point where you say first departure, either you smoke initiate just as the Aegis is about to time out, or you just don't take a fight.
I think that's actually a really good play for them to make, because if they can get another initiation, because they were kind of close to killing Kyo there.
But they still have to wait it out. But you have to wait the minute. Which means you lose your tier 2 tower on top lane.
I just don't see a way that they're going to kill him.
And you may even lose fixes. See, surprisingly, like, March has gone for this heavy utility build on the Tusker. I thought he'd look for a Blink Dagger. Like, I know QO is already jumping in, but you need something that can keep up with him.
They've got a Blink Dagger on Febby too. Like, their initiation game is strong, I think. I think getting the mech definitely is the better idea, so you can outlast the silence to help out your heroes and at bottom. They're anticipating the gank on MP right now. They preemptively throw the Ice Blast.
It's also prepping for QO to come from behind. But he's only got 0 seconds. That's like, okay, the Aegis the Immortal is now lost for him. And QO looks like he's going to be building into that BKB now. So BKB, Bloodstone, and Orchid builds for Storm Spirit. But it's nothing that can touch him. And the damage output from Miracle isn't really scary enough right now that the Storm would be worried if he jumps in. Because Miracle's their only physical damage.
Yeah, and more importantly than that, he just doesn't have enough physical damage right now. Like, as it stands, the amount of farm that he has isn't going to drastically change this game or anything like that, so they have to create space for him. These ganks that they're going for, I actually really like them, because FD is doing a good job of finding these pickoffs here and there to kind of create space, buy a little bit more time, and it's been quite some time since we've seen Miracle get picked off, and so they just need to slow down the pace of this game. Like before, I know I said that FD can't really compete with the late game, but it's your best option at this point. Like, hope that Miracle gets 6 slotted, believe in his split push ability.
Glimmer Cape is done for March. As long as he turns this courier around right now. Yep, there we go. The Glimmer Cape gets completed. The Yoga Club has flown out already. So that's 2 Glimmer Capes for MVP. An Aghanim's being built up by the Ancient Apparition. They already have their mech. They got double sets of Arcane Boots, so a lot of mana coming in, and safe BKBs. MVP have like everything they need to pay the bills. And what do you really get in turn? You get a fresh Yule Scepter. Disruptor is hoping he can reach that Aghanim Scepter in time. The Darkseer's got a lot to work with the Blink Dagger, so that's a nice option for him.
If you get the Aghanim Scepter on Disruptor, you can still do stuff. Like, that's actually a pretty significant pickup. And if they could do something like steal the Ice Blast on the Ancient Apparition, maybe things even get better.
Oh, Storm. That's a long jump. It's a very long jump. But he had just enough mana to do it as the Ice Blast followed in with him. And now QO, they're going to glimpse him back down again.
He has to suicide here.
Or survive. That's another option.
There's like no way he gets out of this.
You're saying that now.
Oh my.
Now Femi's going to arrive. He curses over from the Darks here. Miracle's killing all pretty quickly. Disruptor. The ult is just not in time.
I actually can't believe that he gets out right there. That's 4 heroes in front of him that just watch him do that. And that's the thing, is that you're just going to embolden MVP and tell them, okay, we actually can't take fights right now. Like, it takes us so much just to take down the Storm, and we don't even do it. Like, he just killed their puck in front of them.
Yeah,
that was your friend. You can't just let him drive by you like that. He's about to finish a BKB too, so things just get infinitely harder.
That's like salt in the wound at the moment. First departure, you start to feel like you're getting some space where you maybe you can make plays, and then a kill which you're pretty certain you should be able to achieve, you can't. They have to find some moral high ground right now against MVP. Not morale high ground. Other different type of word. Same spelling.
Wait, no, it's not.
Yeah, so it's close actually. It's missing.
It's missing the E.
Yes!
What's happening, Toby? You're misinforming our viewers.
Yeah, let's not start a grammar debate. I had enough of that with Cappy the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have another thing to tell Cap.
I spelled color with a U.
Okay, that's not that bad. I had a Jamaican teacher that used to do that in high school, my chem teacher.
Really?
So that's not as surprising.
It's the normal way to spell it. It's actually the most common way to spell color. But it's not American English. So it's not accepted.
I've seen it both, so it doesn't bother me, but QO, Storm Spirit, he has a regen rune, he's got a BKB. The Aegis is about to, or the Roshan is about to come back up more accurately. They're leaving a creep in there so they can do it as fast as possible. And then I think the move is give your Storm Spirit the Aegis. He's already really tough to kill. They rack up a few.
How about first departure find some kills instead? Oh, that BKB, what timing! It just got completed, and QO is going to jump in, dragging back the Disruptor. He gets the silence on Kai as well, and the follow-up, yep, it is there. Enough to find the kill. Triggers the BKB, and now they're chasing out to fix. There's no reason for the curse. Winter Wyvern will still find the pick-off, while MP is chasing after Miracle. The protection snowball and stun into Miracle. They find 3 pick-offs. And this really just does feel like they're just getting destroyed everywhere across the map.
I thought for a second that it was going to be cool, but they didn't have to go for any of that. But they decide, okay, we've got BKBs, we've got Glimmer Capes, which is such a hard counter to First Departure's lineup. Like, their supports are just so rich right now too. Like, everybody just has so much money right now.
It's the point where MVP can just let economy win the battle. Rubik's able to steal the, again, Ball Lightning. But he actually stole that one when he escaped through the top lane. That's why he's able to just Ball Lightning TP away from MVP.
Well, they've stolen it like 4 times this game, but it's not even the ability that you want.
You burn through your mana too quickly. Like a 650 mana pull isn't enough for a Rubik. There you go, jumps in, gets a pick up over on QO. Using it like he was using the charge the other day. And now QO, like BKB's off cooldown in 4 seconds time for him. And BKB's already off cooldown for the Gyrocopter, who turns it on. They pick off the Darkseer, moving down to the Disruptor. A double kill for the Storm Spirit. 17 Bloodstone charges now. Like, this is a level 19 Storm Spirit who almost has an instant respawn. This shouldn't happen.
He's also really, really close to, I mean, he's got 17 Bloodstone charges, he's got 2,600 gold, he's really close to his X item. They only take 1 Rax, but they don't even have to expend that much. Like, the Storm still has his 9-second BKB available to him. This is definitely going to mean Roshan at the very least. This is rough. Like, if you're First Departure right now, you just have to take the next fight, because you can't afford to lose 2 sets of racks in a game where mobility-wise you're already quite far behind. The Morphling does tech switch to the F plate. You're right there. You're just like.
I'm sorry. I started a war in the chat. I shouldn't have started a war in the chat.
What?
The whole color war. I guess it's all about the U right now. In the words of Cap, there is no U in USA. Anyway, sorry, I apologize. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't see a way First Departure can come back in this. No matter what scenario I run through my head, they just don't have the combo. Like the only option they really have is if MVP come in 1 by 1.
Yeah, it's either that or probably the more likely thing is if they manage to get. Like, the Rubik just has to go big here. He has to steal something.
This is it.
Massive.
The back in, they get a 2-man wall, but Solly marching in. The Dreamfall won't do much after these BKBs of MP. They just pop too easily. 2 down. The curse is not going to work, and yeah, that's going to be all she wrote. At least the Rubik was able to steal that. It's bittersweet, but they realize it. GG.
It's a full team wipe to go at the end of the game. Not a whole lot that First Departure can do to come back. 70-30 is the end score. The laning phase was just, it was too much. Like, MVP Phoenix, their 5-man was so cleanly executed too. Like, their smoke gang timings, MP was everywhere on the map too.
I just don't know how you deal with that beyond just playing your lanes more passively, like letting Morphling have space to farm, letting Puck not give first blood. Because he was crippled from the start. Like, he took so much damage and then couldn't even stay in the lane to get the farm. It took him 2 minutes before he got the salve out to himself. It was all these things that just don't work for First Departure that they have to try and fix and come back in game number 2 and correct it, or else they'll be out of ESL 1 and MVP Phoenix would advance themselves through. So stay tuned. We'll be back after this short break.